This is not an aggressive dog, and more importantly, this is not a dog that deserves to die. This is the story of Cale, a 4.5-year-old German Shepherd, Pitbull, and cattle dog mix, who is honestly a wonderful dog. He was about to be put down for pretty much no reason. And what I mean by that is no reason that a dog needs to actually get put down. Cale and I got connected through the app Nextdoor, where people go for local neighborhood advice, where Cale's dad made a post where he was in dire need of help for rehoming his dog because he no longer believed that he could care for him in the way that was in Cale's best interests. He emailed me, Cale's dad, and I said, like, come on in for the consultation. Let's at least see, because I know I've known dogs like Cale. I know people in his position, they feel like they are out of options, so what's the point of seeing one more trainer? I was like, come and see me. From what I was looking at, what I was being described, I'm like, this dog doesn't need to be euthanized. Cale's euthanasia appointment was actually scheduled for the day after when we had our consultation, just in case the consultation didn't go well. I'm gonna read Cale's dad's post right here. He says, this is a dire situation, as we've reached out to countless rescues, sanctuaries, and previous trainers and their networks, and no one will take him in. We are out of options, but we do not want to euthanize him. We believe that he can lead a happy life with the right handler, and we're hoping that someone in this group sees this and can help him find a new home through their network. This is our last hope. Cale is a 4.5-year-old male, 65 pounds, mixed breed with black and tan markings. We received him from a rescue in April 2020 during COVID. His pedigree is as follows: part German Shepherd, American Pitbull Terrier, Australian Cattle Dog, Catalua Leopard, and Border Collie. Cale has had an extensive obedience training, multiple trainers, and intense boarding and training programs, and is very well behaved and loving with us. He has what has been referred to as fear-based reactivity to strangers and has bitten people on several occasions. In addition to trainers, he's worked with a behaviorist and has been on several medications, but they did not work for him. He won't let us put a muzzle on him. My family has spent obscure amounts of money on training, anxiety medications. We are simply not able to put in any more time, effort, and frankly, finances. He gets along well with other dogs, loves to play fetch with his favorite ball, loves to swim, and is very affectionate with us. His intelligence level is extremely high. He is active and loves his daily walks and playing with his best doggy friends. We feel that Cale can prosper and live a good life with the proper handlers and the right situation. He needs a place where he is able to get lots of exercise and physical and mental stimulation. We're really at a loss and are highly distraught at the thought of ending his life. So you heard it there. It's pretty clear that they were out of options and they felt that their only safe option was to euthanize him based on the recommendation of multiple different professionals. And luckily, I got to meet with Cale and his owner because their advice is that they had been received is just not accurate. It's not an accurate depiction of who Cale is, and unfortunately, Cale's situation is not very unique. A lot of people get a lot of bad advice when it comes to their dog and their behaviors. A lot of what Cale's dad said was very true. Cale is incredibly intelligent, very motivated to do well. Most importantly, he accepts feedback, both positive when he's doing a good job and negative when he's not doing a good job, in a very good way. He's very intelligent and learns from his mistakes. He comes in for the consultation, and immediately I know that we don't have an aggressive dog on our hands. It was myself, it was our other trainer, Krista, and it was my wife, Patricia, who were all in the facility at the same time when Cale and his dad came in for the consultation. I knew right away this dog isn't aggressive. Dad let him come up and sniff me, which was again just showing he didn't really have a good understanding of what he should do in terms of advocating for Cale and being a good leader for him. If you got a fearfully based dog, why would you bring him up to me in the very beginning when he doesn't know me and you're thinking he might bite me? So why are you giving him the opportunity to do that and add another bite to his record? So Cale comes in and I was like, go ahead and have a seat. And they're sitting away from me, and throughout the moment after that, Cale just slept on the couch while Dad and I had a conversation about Cale's experience, his behaviors, their goals, etc. Honestly, the conversation, like Cale's dad, was pretty defeated. I say this about his dad and his mom, but I don't blame them. Like, they have had numerous professionals tell them that this was their only option, right? They've tried, countless different things, and they tried and tried and tried, and it was just to a point where they felt like they've thrown it all on the table and they've never gotten what they wanted back. So like, I don't blame them for being upset or defeated. He messaged me later that night and was like, you know what, let's give this a go. And I'm just so glad that they did, because I knew from the moment I saw Cale that, in the way that he was acting in the consultation, that this is not an aggressive dog. And more importantly, this is not a dog that deserves to die. I don't care, every bite has context. If you put a dog in a situation where they're uncomfortable or they're fearful or they're stressed, and you make them make a decision, well, sure, that dog could bite. Any dog could bite in that state of mind. But that doesn't mean that the dog is aggressive, and that doesn't even mean that it's the dog's fault, and it certainly doesn't mean that the dog should die for the human error. Just knowing Cale's background after talking with his dad as well is that Cale loves who he loves. Like, he has a very good nucleus of people in his life that he is very loving, very sweet, no aggression with his owners, no aggression with anybody in his family. But anybody coming in to the house, Cale was they couldn't read him very well. They didn't know how to, whether to, let him meet the person, how to let him meet the person, etc. Cale's very well crate trained. So I'm thinking, at the worst case scenario, this is a dog that just doesn't meet new people in his life, and that's okay. I have one of those. So, that doesn't mean that a dog should die. That just means that we need to become better leaders and set this dog up for success, and, making sure that we can create an environment where they are safe, where they feel safe, where they are interacting with people that they're, comfortable with, so that they're not put in a position to bite anymore. A dog that is euthanized for their behavior, for aggressive behavior, for me, that's a dog in a situation where they're completely unpredictable. And those are pretty rare, to be honest. The dog isn't calm on, a variety of different medications. It's time to kill them. And I just am a firm believer that's completely not the case and should not be the case. And Cale's an exact example of drugging him is not going to make him calmer. It's showing the people in the house how to let him rest and let him relax. And it's, showing them how to be confident in their direction for him and setting him up for success, and that's going to lower his anxiety. Cale's story is a perfect example of why I train the way that I do, why I don't offer a board and train, why all of my programs are heavily owner focused, because again, the dogs are easy. I work with countless dogs every single day, and the dogs never give me any issue. Which is really about educating the owner, making sure the owner knows what to do, make sure that they're not giving them affection in the wrong times, making sure they have healthy boundaries for the dog, where the dog doesn't constantly seek attachment and approval for them, where they are confident in their own independence. The owner has to be a heavy part of this. This is why during the program with Cale, every single time his owners got a one-on-one training session. And to be honest, training Cale when he was working with Krista or myself was easy. This dog is amazing. He's incredibly intelligent. He has nothing wrong with him. He's perfect. He's in my house, living here now. Perfect. Works perfectly with my other dogs, perfectly fine with my wife. There is no issue with him as long as you know what you're doing. If I just took him in for a couple of weeks, said, hey, you got a great dog, here, good luck with him, as probably previous trainers have done, well, of course, he's gonna be put into scenarios where their owners are recreating problems and they don't know what they're doing wrong. And again, this is not the owner's fault. This is the product of faulty training, or training that just focuses on the dog, when in reality, if you're good with dogs, the dogs are easy. Can you believe that this dog right here had the day that his life was going to end scheduled for him? And if that would have happened, it would have been completely unfair. This was a dog that was misunderstood, misled. Again, no fault of the owners. They didn't know. They've been doing what they were told, and but like, this dog was going to have his life ended. And again, it's just not, it would have been so unfair, and he's just such a good boy, would have never deserved that. But his story is very similar to a lot of dogs. It's really sad, and it makes me emotional every time I think about it. I remember meeting him for the first time, like during the consultation, and just knowing that I would never let him fall that way. I wouldn't let him fall victim to faulty training or incomplete training. I'm so happy our paths crossed, and that we get to know each other the way that we do, because he's a sweetheart. He's one of the sweetest dogs, one of the smartest dogs I've ever worked with. And I'm just so happy that we get to know each other, and that he gets to continue living a happy life. When I got into training, like, I knew it was always something that I enjoyed because it's cool, like helping a person walk their dog nicely on the leash for the first time, where the walks aren't stressful, or the dog starts listening to obedience commands for the first time, and that's a cool feeling as an owner. But I didn't know that it would actually be like saving dogs' lives from ending, you know, and like just such a powerful reminder for me exactly why I'm doing this and why I'm so grateful to get the chance to do this, to work with so many amazing people and amazing dogs that just deserve better. It's just really a great feeling to be able to know that I'm able to help people make a difference in their dogs' lives and set them up for success. Now, I'm not saying that dogs biting humans is not serious and not something to be taken lightly. Of course it is, but a vast majority of dog bites are human caused, whether they realize it or not. It'd be totally different if Cale was aggressive in nature, like he was outwardly seeking out other dogs or seeking out other people, trying to cause harm. But that is so rarely the case, and Cale's, you know, like a lot of other dogs that I've worked with too, where he's accruing bites on his record, but it's not his fault. He's being misled, and it's so unfortunate that there are so many dogs that are like this. So please, you know, don't take, you know, a dog having a bite as a death sentence. It's usually going to be very much human caused, and working with a trainer that understands that and can help you become a better leader for your dog, a better understander of the way that they communicate, better understander of dog body language, is going to be the key to your success. If you liked Cale's story, please give this video a thumbs up, or if you know anybody who has a dog like Cale and their story resonates with you, please share this video with them too, and I will see you in the next one.